world's population is expected to reach 9 billion by 2050, and all those mouths need feeding. Agriculture needs to work smarter and be more sustainable. One tool they have at their disposal is better vehicles, equipment and processes that protect the planet as well as increasing yields. Well, to discuss this, let's now talk to Richard Tobin, Chief Executive of CNH Industrial, one of the world's leading producers of agricultural machinery, construction equipment, commercial vehicles and industrial engines. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. Richard, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
It's my pleasure.
Now, starting in the agricultural sector, what are some of the ways that you're helping farmers?
Well, we're one of the largest manufacturers of agricultural equipment in the world. So we participate in everywhere from planting to fertilizing to seeding and to harvesting of the equipment. So we cover the whole gamut of the farming enterprise. The way that we're helping our farmers is by providing the most productive equipment that we can. So the reduced fuel consumption in the equipment, reduced use of fertilizer and seed, because what our clients are chasing at the end of the day is productivity measured in yield per hectare.
And you speak of having a responsibility or an obligation to design vehicles or equipment that is more sustainable. Why do you feel you have that?
Well, our customers demand it, and it's good business sense at the end of the day. I mean, if we take agriculture, for example, land is finite, and especially good agricultural land is finite. So it's an imperative for us to provide equipment to our clients that makes that land sustainable for future generations.
Now, you're leading the field in natural gas vehicles in Europe, but it's still quite niche, isn't it? Tell me about that.
Well, it's becoming increasingly adopted. What has held it back up to this point was availability and price point versus traditional fuel sources. And what you've seen over the last 10 years, that the availability and the price point of both compressed natural gas and liquefied natural gas is becoming in equilibrium, if you will, with some of the more traditional fuel sources. So you see a lot of the general infrastructure being built out in Europe, principally in two areas. In long-haul freight using LNG, so you see a significant amount of infrastructure being built on the major freight roadways in Europe to accommodate that. And I think quite common, and you see them here in London as example, is CNG vehicles or compressed natural gas vehicles, particularly in people transport and then in public services.
And as you say, it does require quite a lot of infrastructure. Are there certain countries that are embracing it more than others?
Well, I think that continental Europe as a whole has embraced it for LNG, maybe compared to here in the UK. And then in Asia, China is really leading the way in terms of the adoption of that fuel source.
And Italy, I mean, with your background coming from Fiat, Italy's quite far ahead.
Yes, Italy has been doing quite a bit in both LNG and CNG, and that's really where the start that CNH Industrial got in terms of pursuing this propulsion technology came from.
And you've been chosen by Israel to be a partner in them switching the whole economy to natural gas.
Yeah, that's a particular example of availability and price point. So in terms of natural gas supply in Israel, it's readily available at a very competitive cost versus diesel or gasoline fuel. So it's a strategic imperative for Israel to adopt the technology. We've been working with Israel for 3 years now in providing technology that allows them to make this transformation.
So if you moved now to autonomous vehicles, you've got some out there, tractors particularly, agricultural machines being piloted. How far away are we from having those, do you think?
From a technology point of view, somewhere between 3 to 5 years. Now that doesn't take into account the regulatory and the legal aspects of operating the equipment, but 2016 was a very busy year for us. We launched a demonstration vehicle of a fully autonomous tractor, meaning that didn't even have a pilot seat, if you will. And then we participated in a pan-European project for platooning of heavy trucks, both which were highly successful. I think the interesting...
Now just tell me, what's platooning of trucks?
That means where there is a lead vehicle that's piloted by an operator, and then you've got follow-on vehicles with absolutely nobody. So the driver of the lead vehicle is steering and controlling the speed of all of the vehicles in the chain.
So how many in the chain?
In that particular one, there were 5.
Okay, and these are trucks on public roads?
These are trucks on public roads.
And so when do you think we will see that?
Well, I think it becomes a question of the regulatory environment and infrastructure. One would argue that dedicated lanes at the onset would probably be the way to go.
Now, you spoke about sustainability, and you've tried to run it through your whole operation internally as well. Tell me about that.
Well, I think we're quite proud of our initiative in sustainability. We're ranked at the top of our peer group in terms of industrial suppliers. Look, we just think, again, it's good business for us. Reduce waste. We manage our supply chain in the same way. Our employees like it and our customers like it. So it's not a philanthropic endeavor so much as that we think it's a good business endeavor.
It starts to become that your clients demand it, doesn't it?
That's correct.
Well, Richard, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And join us next time when we'll be discussing the latest innovations in sustainability and enterprise cyber risk. Bye-bye for now.